Today I'm going to install DNS. Before installing, I'm created two VMs in our virtual box. One acts as a server, another acts as a client. For server, IP address is 192.168.29.10. For the client, 192.168.29.11. We required for installing DNS, we require two packages. One is bind package. We are going to install bind. I'm just deleting this previous entry. Name server I'm giving Google DNS, and I'm trying to install again. Okay, yes. So it's getting download. Before configuring DNS, I try to take SSH to connect with server with the help of IP address 192.168.29.10. I can able to connect with my server with the help of SSH. So I can able to connect with my server, but if I try to connect with the help of fully qualified domain name server.example.com, this is my host name, it won't get connected. Why? Because the DNS is not yet configured. See, could not resolve hostname server.example.com, and hostname of this client is client.example.com, and for the server, let it complete. Hosting server.example.com, and we need to install another one more package called bind utils. I think we don't need to install rtm-query all type grep bind. It's already installed, so we don't need to install bind utils. And then we need to check whether SE Linux policy is applied for this server. For that, we need to run the command get enforce. So it says our server in enforcing mode, and we need to check firewall is running or not. If firewall is running, means we need to add the service DNS in firewall. For that, we need to run the command systemctl status firewall d. So the firewall is running in our server. So what we need to do is, we need to first we need to list so there is no service added in firewall, so we need to add firewall command terminal, adding the service DNS successfully added, and we need to reload. Now if we run the command install means DNS is added successfully. I'm clearing the screen, and then we need to check systemctl status. After installing the particular package for DNS, we need to check the service is running or not. For DNS, the service name is named, N-A-M-E-D. It was inactive and service is disabled. So what we need to do now, systemctl start named semicolon systemctl enable name. Now we can check the status of named. Now it's active running and service also enabled. The configuration file will sit under cd/etc named. Sorry, named.conf. We need to do some changes in configuration file. So what we see, named.conf. The port number for DNS is 53. So we need to add our server IP, which we are going to promote as a DNS server. IP address of the server is 192.168.29.10. Semicolon. And in allow query, we need to add our IP address, server IP address, or we can mention as any, but here in this case we are going to add our server IP address 192.168.29.0 slash, need to mention the subnet mask 24. For example, if I am having another one more series like 192.168.30 series, means I need to mention 192.168.0.0, so that the subnet mask will be 16. For 192.8 and another one more 8, so it will come 16. But in this case we are having only one IP segment, 29 only, so 24. And we need to add two more files here, lines here, zone called forward lookup zone and as well as reverse lookup zone we need to add here. So my domain name is example.com. Type is master. Why? Because I am having only one primary server, I don't have any secondary server. So type is master and file name is forward zone dot example.com. Allow update and then we need to close this. Forward zone we added. Next we need to add reverse lookup zone. We need to add same. My domain name is example.com. Type is master and the file name is reverse zone dot example.com. Allow update will be same. That's it. Save and quit. And then what we need to do now is in document root we need to create two files called forward lookup and reverse lookup, where namely here I can able to list, we can able to see localhost as well as loopback. So what we need to do, we need to take backup of these two files. Before editing any configuration files, we need to take backup for our safer side. So I'm taking backup named dot localhost, where I'm taking backup under the temp named backup dot localhost. For lookup back file also I am taking one backup. For look. Cat to view the content of the file. I'm going to save this in forward zone dot example.com. So I created one file called forward zone dot example.com and I just copied all the content to this forward zone dot example.com. So now I am going to edit this forward zone dot example.com. VI for editing. State of authority will be my hostname server dot example.com, and you need to mention another one more dot here, root dot example.com. I am going to delete all these lines. In forward lookup zone we need to add these entries. Name server name is server dot example.com. In forward lookup zone what will happen, host name will resolve as IP address. So host name is server and this entry A will represent address record. What is the address of this server? 192.168.29.10, and I have one client machine dot called client. Host name is client. And the record A, address record. For client I have IP address 192.168.29.11. So I am saving this file. And now I am going to clear the screen. Created forward zone.example.com. Now I am going to create another one more file called reverse zone.example.com, from where I am going to create from named lookup cat named lookup. It will copy all the content to the file name called reverse zone.example. You can see the content. We are going to edit this reverse zone.example.com. So the same as forward lookup zone, the state of authority will be our fully qualified domain name server.example.com and root.example.com. I am going to delete all these entries. What reverse lookup zone will do? It will resolve the IP address into host name. So what we need to do, same name server.example.com, and the server IP address ends with 10. ptrf point recorder don't forget to and my client IP is 11, ends with 11. Same pointer record client.example.com. So in reverse lookup zone, IP address will point to the host name. That's why I mentioned here 192.168.29.10. This 10 will represent the server.example.com, and the client machine having ends with 11. It will point to the client.example.com. I'm clearing the screen. So all the configurations we have completed. Now we need to check whether our configuration file we did any mistake or not. For that we need to run one command, named -check conf -z /etc named.conf. If I did any mistake means I will get some error in this output. So we have not done any mistake here, so everything is okay. For checking the forward look and forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone, we need to run another one more command. For that one we need to run the command named -check for zone, forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. Previously we mentioned configuration for CONF. Here we are checking the zones are correct or not, any mistake we have done or not. For that we need to mention named-check zone for forward / where is the document root we created forward lookup zone, where / named forward zone.example.com. this configuration also okay. For reverse, we need to simply rename here as reverse and the file name reverse.example.com. Some error showing reverse zone.example.com. So there is no error in reverse zone.example.com file. Everything is okay. And we have another one more command called dig server.example.com. We are giving the fully qualified domain name server.example.com. So everything is okay. It's showing the question section server.example.com. So what will happen? Yes. Yes. If we run the command dig-x server.example.com, here it's showing in reverse com.example.server. Okay. Let me check from our client end. DNS. Before doing this, we need to restart. Why? Because we did changes in configuration file. What we need to run the command systemctl restart name d. So it's successfully restarted, and we need to check the status also, whether it's running or service got disabled. Status is running and service is enabled. Now I am going to connect with my server with the help of fully qualified domain name. Previously we took SSH with the help of IP address 92.168.29.10. This is my server IP address. From the client mission, I am trying to connect my server with the help of SSH. It will connect. It's asking for password. It's successfully connected to the server. Server host name is server.example.com. Now I am going to connect with my server with the help of fully qualified domain name. For example, in our organization we have a number of servers, means we can't able to identify or we can't able to remember all the IP address. SSH server.example.com. It won't connect. Why? Because we need to add one more entry in resolve.conf. First we need to check etc. The name server name is IP is wrong. The purpose of resolve.conf is it will tell our system to which name server we need to contact to resolve the host name to IP address or to IP address to host name. So what we need to do, we need to edit this resolve.conf. In that our name server IP address is 192.168.29.10. I'm clearing the screen. If I try to connect with server.example.com, now it's asking password. So we successfully configured and installed DNS, and we try to connect with from client machine with a fully qualified domain name. So it's getting connected. Host name server.example.com.